As well as the standard fair use policy, this video is protected under the Treaty of Peace and Friendship 1787.
Moors are awake. We are taking our place on this planet.
Islam. It's Dr. Naila Inana Il here from the House of Reawakening Minds.
Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in once again. So today's video we have King Abdullah Bey making a phone call. He's calling another Moorish woman by the name of Dr. G. She's well respected within the Moorish community. She has a YouTube channel where she hosts Tajiri Bey, I believe, every Friday on her channel. So King Abdullah is calling her to brag about how he stood in as Light Tajiri Bey's counsel on her Zoom court hearing. He's very proud of everything that he has done on the call, and I'm assuming that he's also proud of threatening the judge, which is why he's now calling this lady to brag about it. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hello?
Hello there, Dr. G. This is King Abdul Mumin. How you been?
I'm okay.
I know Friday's your day to get busy. I just wanted to chat with you real quick.
I'm real busy because we're preparing for Grand Sheik's 75th solar return, and I'm trying to send out links to people.
I know already.
Okay, so can we talk tomorrow?
100%.
Okay, because that would be.
I got some work. I made an appearance for Light Tajiri Bey over here where I'm at.
Okay. And were you successful, or because I know she's still in, or if I knew?
Well, I'll talk to you tomorrow. What I did is I talked to the attorney of record that's on her case, and I kicked her butt yesterday on a conference call with my assistant. And showed her that she was malpracticing Light, and that she couldn't represent Light because she didn't have treaty knowledge, and that if she tried to represent Light, or if Light would sound crazy to her. So I told her, you don't have authority, or you don't have, basically, you're not qualified to do the job, and I'm here to take over. And whooped her butt. I'd like to send you the recording. I got another recording where I talked to Sharon Tracy Gale Bey with Fatima Bey and her consort Tahir Bey. They're over there, like I told you. Fatima has her children, and I did a video on my channel too on YouTube. You can send me the link, and when I'm not so tied up with this thing, I can. When I talk to you, and I know you have time because I know you've been rushed by me. No, it's because I'm literally typing in people's emails to send them, the links, the ones that have contributed at least 100, to give them, access to the broadcast. And I said they had until 5 o'clock. So, but I'm I can't wait till 5 and start typing in, people's stuff. But yeah, I'll send you the link right now. It's about an hour and 40. Do you have my email address, or what do you need? Oh yeah, I do. It's just a text. It's just a text deal where you can it's on YouTube. Well, text it. Can you text it to my other phone number? If you text me the phone number, I will. Oh, okay. Let me write it down. Let me see. I got a pen. Okay. Card. I usually have a pen somewhere. I try to keep a pen in my pocket.
Now, I want you to keep in mind that this lady clearly just told King Abdullah that she was busy, and she asked him if they can speak another time, and he said absolutely. So I just want you to keep in mind how long this phone call lasts. This individual said that she was busy planning the Grand Elder's 75th birthday. Now, that Grand Elder that she is speaking of is none other than Tajiri Bey. So she was very busy at this time, and she told King Abdullah pretty much to call her back tomorrow. So just keep in mind of how long this call goes on.
People in that computer age, they be thinking, they forget about the paper and the old days. And it's like, can't forget about the old days, because that's for real. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, 3.
Okay, tell Grand Chic I said happy solar return as you type. But yeah, I really want to get with you. Is we're overdue. The paperwork I just filed with for her for Light is about treason, high treason, and war crimes, and it's all bad. And I'm demanding that Joe Biden and them step down right now. I'm a master in law now.
Are you doing this based on her case or is this something else?
My case is about, I'm a private U.S. Attorney General.
Do you hear this fool? He has now anointed himself a private U.S. Attorney General. This guy is absolutely delusional. I can't believe that these people, these grown-ups, go around just giving themselves titles and really think that their self-appointed titles mean something. This right here is an absolute joke.
And what private U.S. Attorney Generals do, I don't know if you know, where the government can't be, the government waits for somebody to come and tell you about something. But a private U.S. Attorney General is there like a class action where so many things are happening to us. The private Attorney General steps in and shows the government when they finishes doing the investigation. They bring the case to the court or the Congress in my case and expose the class action of how much damage has happened to the Moors. In my case is about the U.S. government is human trafficking Moorish Americans and killing them for sport. And so they human trafficked Sharon. Remember you wanted her out? I'm there. And they human trafficked Light. And the other guy got out, I told you. So yeah, I really need to talk to you. This is going down and what I want you and what I really would like for you to do is read the treason documentation to the Moors. Because it's going down. It's a lot. It's real papers. It's in Light's case. You can pull up Light's case, or I can send it to you. She's in Score Jail. Score Jail is a private jail that's owned by 7 cities, and the cities are owned. The jail is owned by judges. It's dirty. Yeah, private jail. And then oh girl, you got to hear this tape. This thing I did with Light's attorney, where I just whipped her butt all the way through. I showed her. I made her admit that she didn't know law. She thought the supreme law of the land was the Constitution. Man, I just tore her down.
Haven't you squares heard of the Constitution?
She was through. You just have to hear my legal skills on the phone. See, when they have somebody like say for instance Sharon, at this time you can always negotiate for her freedom. That's what I'm doing right now with Light. And I'm getting ready. I was getting ready to do it with Sharon too, but in between with that case when I first called you, then Sharon, I was talking to Fatima Bey about Sharon, and Sharon called in, and I talked to her for a minute, and it's all live. It's on YouTube, and I'm talking about you. I told her, I said everybody's wanting you to get out. She says, like who? I said Dr. G, and then all of a sudden my mind went blank. I mean, everybody wants her out, but I meant you. And I really want you to hear my work. I'm really proficient at what I do.
Well, send it to me, and I will look at it. Right? Yep, I will.
I got your email.
Okay. Which one you have? I gave you my phone, my email. You have Glitch. You have Dr. Naila, or you talk about House of Abraham. What do you have?
DS or something like that.
Nothing is DS for me.
Hold on. I know I sent you my notice of appearance. And you received it.
It's
my name. My email address is private ag pigot. It's like a private person.
I don't know. Well, I have a Dr. Naila L at gmail.com. I have a glitch CCM at gmail.
Hold on real quick. I know you got to get busy, but I probably I know you're used to multitasking, so.
Okay, I just sent that to people.
1 second. Yeah, I want to make sure we connect because I love the work you do. I know, you know how certain people know they're supposed to be with you? It's like that. I know I'm supposed to be with you, but we need to have a certain conversation in order to connect. Okay?
Okay.
Let me see.
Get over here.
Let me make sure, because I think I got it. Dr. Knight. Okay, you got DRNAI. Yeah, I got it. That's where I sent you.
Okay.
The DR Naila.
L.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Okay.
I sent you my notice of appearance. But what I want to do is I want you to read the documentation and treason stuff. I'll send it all on there. I'm going to let you go. But
Okay.
Private AG Pigot is spelled PIGOTT 80@gmail.com.
Okay.
The Private Attorney General. I'm a master. Real talk. Okay? So
Okay.
I'm about to get light. Tell Grand Sheik I need him, whether he knows it or not. And this case is going down where this attorney admitted to me that statutes and codes aren't law, but she knew she was holding light on statutes and codes. And I said, well, since they ain't codes, I led her to treason. You have to see how I took her through Article 6, Paragraph 1 and 2, where everything's contrary. You can't use nothing other than the treaty. She didn't know the treaty was the supreme law of the land. I just broke it down, and I showed her Article 3 of the treaty of the U.S. Constitution, where it talks about the senators and legislatures and all the judicial officers. They're bound to the treaty, which are bound to the Moors. And she was sick. I said, you
Really?
can't represent her. Yeah, I said, you can't represent her. You don't know this treaty. I said, look. And then she says, well, it's like, I said, only Moors can use the treaty anyway. See, because it's a document of the 13 colonies surrendering to the Moors. And so it's an armistice that's just, it's a court order. All we need to do is enforce the court order.
What the hell are you talking about?
And I'm right here where I'm enforcing the court order. And I want you to read this information, and I would like for you to read it aloud on your shows every day. And what we need to do is amass our people. I'll show you, because I'm talking, and I'm telling, when I'm talking to Sharon on that day, I'm talking about what we need to do according to the Iroquois Articles of Confederation, Iroquois Constitution, the Iroquois Moorish American Treaty of Peace and Friendship, and then we do have the Continental Congress Constitution. We have to add it in there. There's more documents, I know a lot of stuff, but nobles only fight with treaties. They don't use nothing else, case law, nothing like that. No, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So I'm going to
Okay.
you, and you're going to love these conversations because I'm off the chain. Okay, I was taught by the top two presiding judges over here, their law back in 1987. I've been suing judges since then. For real.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're not judges. They're the Illuminati. And I'm a sit. And anyway, you're gonna love my conversations when you get time. Share them with Grand Sheik.
Okay.
He'd love my conversations with I have with these attorneys. I know law for real. About the law. And we don't use statutes and codes, case law, the U.S. Constitution, or nothing, because it's garbage. Okay.
All right. All right. It's fine, brother. I'll look forward to seeing it.
You ready to shoot it to you right now?
Okay.
Look.
You've reached Judge Light Tajiri Bey with the Moorish National Republic Federal Government and the Moorish American Consulate. At the tone, please leave your name, number, and a brief message, and your call will be returned. Thank you, and have a great day.
At the tone, please record your voice message. When you are finished recording, you may hang up or press pound for more options.
Islam, Empress Light, King Abdul Mumin here. I need to get with you and give you this paperwork as well as the negotiations for your release so you can hear it live on phone recording. And these documents I have, it's based upon the United States of America Republic being restored. I was doing this, as you know, before you got locked up. Call me at area code 2. I'm going to get Sharon out this week, okay? Islam, you know I love you. Peace and love.
Is it me or am I missing something here? Why did King Abdullah Al just call Light Tajiri Bey when she is in jail? He left her a message as if she was going to be able to return his call when she's in jail. Like, why are you calling this lady's phone knowing that she's in jail? You just said it in your voice recording. And now also in your voice recording, you're going to be getting Sharon Tracy Gale out of jail. This guy, he doesn't have it all upstairs. Like, it literally makes no sense for him to be calling a person, leaving a message for that person, and the person that he's leaving the message for is in jail. Therefore, that person will never get the message. It literally makes no sense. Now, for you guys that are not familiar with Sharon Tracy Gale, here's a quick video of her arrest.
Flashback.
Yes, they did. And that's what a real parent will do. They will sacrifice to get you out of the sin their mothers placed them in. Islam? So where are we at? Islam? You come in here. No. For what? For what? For what? I have children. For what? What are you here for? There is a policy enforcer outside. What are you here for?
Are you Sharon Gale?
I'm Sharon Tracy Gale Bey, Moorish American National, in propria persona sui juris, in proprio solo, in propria haeredis, at all times and at all points in time. I do not agree to anything in everything.
Stop it. Get some help.
I am a Moorish American National.
Okay.
I am a Moorish American National. I'm outside the jurisdiction of any of you, and each and every one of you.
No, you're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I am absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Ma'am?
No, I am not a ma'am. I'm Sharon Tracy Gale Bey, Moorish American National. Sharon Tracy Gale Bey, Moorish American National. What's the charges? Sharon Tracy Gale, Moorish American National.
Please do not resist. That's all I'm asking.
I am Sharon Tracy Gale, Moorish American National. In proprio persona sui juris. In proprio solo. In proprio haeredis. Trayvon, get all of my children, get all of my things. You are fine. Back up. You are fine. This is why they're getting deported. Because they know you are Moorish American nationals. They know I am a Moorish American national. They know they're outside of their jurisdiction. They know they're human trafficking. They know this. They absolutely know this. You wait.
Civil orders being violated. End of flashback.
Okay, so that was Sharon, and apparently King Abdullah Al is going to be getting her out of prison as well. So he's running around trying to practice law without a license, and he'll be trying to get Light Tajiri Bey out of jail, as well as Sharon Tracy Gale. One other thing, the next clip that we're about to listen to is King Abdullah calling Dr. G back. I don't know if it's the next day or the day after, to finish up the conversation that she couldn't continue on because she was busy planning Taj Tariq Bey's birthday.
Good afternoon, Dr. Chief.
Yes, good.
How are you feeling?
Not too good today, but we'll stop the stomach's a little bit out of sorts.
Man, maybe it's that good old party you had the other night on the Grand Sheet.
No, that no.
I enjoyed the party.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I didn't get a chance to stay long. I got these clients be calling me and stuff, and anyway, did you get a chance to look at my paperwork and listen to the recording?
No, I listened to some of the recording, but I didn't get the chance to look at the paperwork. I did talk to Sister Light yesterday. She called.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She called Grand Sheik, and he was here, so
beautiful. Yeah, I worked hard to get her out. As you listen.
Yeah. Well, she said because nobody could represent her, but herself. Ultimately.
No, they had her locked up. I know what I'm talking about.
Well,
believe me, I know nobody can represent her, but she had somebody representing her. And,
well, she mentioned, but she said she had to ultimately get herself out of that based on her.
Nah.
Yeah.
Wow. So you just heard that. This Moorish woman, Dr. G, has spoken to Light Tajiri Bey, and Light Tajiri Bey told her that King Abdullah did not help her, or at least didn't help her get out of jail. Only she could do that. So pretty much Light Tajiri Bey is not even appreciative of the fact that this Moorish fool, King Abdullah, came on multiple Zoom calls pretending to be a lawyer in her defense. He actually tried to help her, even though he really couldn't. He actually did, in fact, try and help her. He is now actually facing charges because of the foolishness and the way he conducted himself on these Zoom calls. So the fact that Light Tajiri Bey is not even appreciative of that fact just shows you how psycho this whole Moorish movement is. This man done risked his own freedom to practice law without a license, and you then turn around and say, no, he didn't help me. I could only help myself. Wow.
I'm telling you now, I'm from this side of town. I spent 10 years locked up. I was even in Score jail. She had a bail. You don't get up. Yeah, she had a bail. Three of them. One for $500, the other for $2,000. The next one was $2,000, and then she had one that was included in the $500 one. So altogether it was $4,500. You're not getting out. You listen to my, huh?
Well, how did she get out?
I got her out.
She thinks she got herself out.
I know.
That's the thanks I get for coming up here to save your ungrateful behind.
That's what she's going to think, but we got a court date coming down. You need to look at my paperwork, how I got her out. You don't understand. My paperwork is about high treason, war crimes, and taking back our Republican form of government. And that paperwork was entered into record, and my notice of appearance and stuff. You have all of it. And it's time to close them out. So that's why I contacted you, to let you know this is And if you read over the paperwork, and that's why I was asking you to read it online once you accept that position, if it's possible. You know what I mean?
What, her paperwork and stuff?
The paperwork I filed on her behalf. That's for Federal Way. That's it. Yeah, she didn't get her out. She didn't get herself out. I got her out. You listen to my audio I sent you. You'll hear what happened. And she got out the next day because I put the screws down on her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you don't mind.
Well, I'm not going to read that online. I can't. I mean,
no. It's not much. Okay. It's not much. You just read it over.
It's about her case. I don't want to do that.
I'm asking you to read it over before you do anything. There's nothing demanded of you. Nothing demanded of you. It's what
I know, but I'm just saying I wouldn't read something about somebody who's not obviously saying whatever she's saying different. I'm just not that I don't believe you. I'm just not going to start no. You know what I mean?
All due respect to you. And that's why I'm calling you. You know, I'm telling you, we have problems. A lot of people have been getting locked up because they've been listening to your.
That doesn't mean I can't send folks to you when they, when they have a problem. And that doesn't mean I won't do that. But I'm not going. I won't. Yeah.
It's a conflict and all that stuff in there. That's not what I said. Right. I got all that. But what I was saying to you, it's not about you. It's not about me. It's about all of us. From the conditions we've been set upon, I need you to read the documentation so you can see at least my points of view of the legal arguments I put down. And
okay, I mean, I can look at that, but I mean...
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, I can look at that, but when you say read, I thought you wanted me to read it online.
Well, I could do that myself,
Right, that's what I mean.
Once I do it, I'm counsel, okay? But I'm over her case.
Okay.
I'm over the whole case. Her case. Believe me.
Okay.
When you read the paperwork, you'll see I'm over her case. I stepped in. See, the problem is with us.
Well, why can't you get Sharon out? Because she's been there longer.
Okay, good question. Everybody, I talked to Sharon yesterday.
Okay.
She asked the same thing. I'm going to tell you what I told her. She says, "Why don't you get me out?" I said, "Well, look, I contacted Fatima several times. Fatima never calls me back. I gave Fatima classes. You hear me? She was like so missing. I was like, dang, you got to counsel it, and you teaching people this stuff, and they getting locked up, and you can't get them out. That's the bad part of the counseling. The people getting locked up saying they got the consulate name, and the consulate ain't getting them out. I'm like, what the hell? Why have a consulate?" So anyway, I told her, I said, "Well, look, Fatima never calls me back." I said, "When you got..."
Well, how'd you get to talk to her?
Well, I had talked to Fatima because I had, when Sharon first got locked up, I was highly concerned. I was waiting on Taj and all the other guys, because when she was over there in Philadelphia and they were trying to take her house and everybody had that big stand, I was like, yeah, let's get them, right? So the next thing I know, they all up in there and I'm just looking like everybody else. I was like, dang, somebody going to get her out? This is a simple case for me. So I'm like, damn. Next thing I know, she's in there for all this time. So I said, well, look, let me. I talked to my partners. I got friends that are highly concerned. I mean, super highly concerned. We have a deficit of law, the understanding of law, and the tricks of what these lawyers are doing. They can't mess with me because I'm too deep. I was trained by them. So it's like, anyway, so how I got her number, I contacted somebody and got her number, and I called.
You can call somebody that's in prison?
Huh?
You can call somebody that's been captured, kidnapped?
No, I called Fatima. Fatima is the consulate woman for, I guess she's New Jersey, something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I talked to her about you, but she said she doesn't deal with you. So anyway, to answer your question, I don't want to.
Well, she doesn't know. We don't know each other. I don't know her.
That's the problem with the law. It's like everybody. Let me stay on subject. Anyway, so I was telling her. I said, I told Sharon. I said, well, the reason why is because she never calls me, and after Light gets out, I get a phone call. You know. So she says, next thing I know is Sharon talking about, she's saying, I'm mad at you. I said, I'm mad at you. I said, what you mad at me for? She says, I'm mad at you because you got Light out and I'm still in here. I said, well, look here. I'm not laughing at her, but it's an unexpected call. You know, it's humorous because she's like serious, but it's like, okay, I know you want to get out. I've been trying to get you out. I'm thinking to myself, I'm saying this. And so she asked me the question like you. I had I sent you a video of a conversation of Sharon, me, Fatima, and a husband, Tahir, about.
Yeah, he got sentenced too, didn't he?
No, Tahir is Fatima's husband, but her man, he got sentenced. I'm gonna get him too. You see, you need to listen to my recording, how I got Light out. You'll see. She thinks she got herself out. You ain't getting out of there.
Now, do you see how crazy this whole Moorish sovereign citizen community is? This lady is unappreciative. She's ungrateful of the fact that King Abdullah Bey stepped in, risked his freedom to actually try and help get her out of jail. Now, granted, he didn't actually get her out of jail, even though he's claiming he did. But the fact that she's not even appreciative that he risked his freedom to try and help her is mind-blowing. Now, she's saying she got herself out of jail, when in reality, she didn't get herself out of jail either. It was just time served and on her charges, and they let her go. But it's crazy how this Moorish community is all twisted, and they're all mentally broken individuals. They are all delusional. And this conversation further proves that.
Not Score Jail. It's a private jail owned by 7 cities, and the judges own them privately. It's deep. It's dirty. So anyway, getting back to
that they had one that kept coming in, her trying to get her in this, take her to the psych ward and then she kept doing. She said, what she said she did on them. She took them to court. What did she do? She, gave them that, whatever those questions you asked, and what is that called?
You need to hear my recording, man. I'm just telling you what you said. I understand. I'm not saying you're not, but I'm just saying you need to hear my recording, because it's like when I send you stuff, it's highly urgent. It's not like I'm calling you because
I know urgent, but I'll be highly busy.
Believe me, I know.
Don't even home that much.
Believe me, I know you're busy. Let me tell you about our demands as our birthright responsibilities to uphold the empire, to keep it going. Every day we're at war. Our enemies don't sleep. We can't sleep. I don't sleep. I wake up, I'm battling. Okay? She thinks she got herself out. She's highly delusional.
She does think.
Yeah, I know she does. You see my paperwork. And Sharon wants me to get her out. She's been in there all this time. So she says, well, how did you get Light out? How did you get Light out? And this is all during the time I'm talking to her. And I should send you the recording, because I just like, I don't like just trying to do double talk. It's too much to say. But the bottom line is I told Sharon last time I talked to Sharon and Fatima, I said, Sharon, Sharon wanted to know how I got this guy out in Florida. I said, well, look, I'm gonna send this paperwork to Fatima. And right after I got off the phone, before I got the phone, I told Fatima, send me your email, and I'll send it right to you. I sent the paperwork and everything right to her immediately after we got off the phone. I haven't heard from Fatima. This is on the 11th of this month.
So was Fatima on the phone when you told her, Sharon, that Fatima was not responding?
Yeah, this is yesterday.
Oh.
So oh man, you gotta, man, look, I'm Dr. G.
There.
Go ahead. Dr. G, it's like, I don't know what to say, but I know something's wrong with the communication. If I'm calling you and I say, Dr. G, hey, I'm trying to get Taj out of jail, and you know everybody loves Taj. So if I call you and I call you the next day and I call you waiting for your response and you never call, and then I call you again, I wait for your response and you never call, I call you again. And I'm teaching every time I call you, and you pick up though. I teach you classes, but you never call me back. It's like you get my information, you put it in your classes, and then all of a sudden it's yours. But it's not about a class. My case is about a lawsuit. It's about the United States government is human trafficking Moorish Americans and killing them for sport. And it's like I said, it's got nothing to do with none of the temples. It's not got nothing to do with nobody's teachings, not Taj, nobody, but my lawsuit against what they did to me. And I'm a specialist in law. And so therefore my job is to overturn my conviction because they turned me into a felon. But I can't take my case back to them. But, you know, it's a long story. I ain't going to run all that down to you. But to make a long story short, so yesterday, Sharon was trying to get me to tell her how I got Light out. I said, look, every case is different. She was highly frustrated, too. I feel so bad for her, you know. So I told her, I said, look, see, they think you can just talk and get the answers for law like that, like it's a class. This ain't it. This is real life situations that you have to go and fight against these Pope's warriors, the Illuminati. I fight them daily. They're the ones that's blocking us from getting to our estate. And my job is to put the flag back up on top of the White House, which is our empire. And I'm close. And so when I got the guy out in Florida, I was on my way. You seen my video about, you know, what I'm about. And then I got a call, like you gave me calls, but it wasn't from you. It was from somebody else from my page. And I answered the call, and I told him, yeah, I'll help you, but I need boots on the ground. I can't be at all places. I can't be in Florida and be here. So you need to help me out. If you ain't helping me out, I can't do the work. And I can't come to court and open court, you know, without having boots on the ground. So they say, yeah, I'll help. I'll do it, and so on. So I'll get busy. But if you can't help me, I can't help you. See?
Right.
So I can't, you know, so anyway, I haven't gotten any kind of assistance from Fatima. So at the end, man, I'm going to shoot this recording to you because you deserve it, because you guys put in work. And this, you got the paperwork, you got the recording of what of the negotiations for the release of Light. And then I'm gonna give you the next day for Fatima and Sharon, because y'all are responsible for them, as far as I'm concerned. Because whoever created that consulate court stuff, and everybody jumps in on the bandwagon, and you know, the top dog is responsible.
I didn't create the.
I didn't say you did. I know law. I know people who create stuff and put people in it. I know what happened though when it started.
The person who created it isn't even active anymore.
No, that's not even what I'm saying though. Here's what I'm saying. the people, after, like you said, it got disbanded or whatever, everybody else started creating their own. Like, I'm going to create my own consulate court. That's all I've been seeing. They just spring up. I was like, damn, y'all don't even know law. They just spring up. I was like, ooh, wee.
Now, this is a great conversation that these two Moorish individuals are having, because this is like, first of all, King Abdullah is recording this conversation, and I'm sure this Moorish woman, Dr. G, doesn't even realize that he's recording the conversation. But you see that they're having a conversation about all of these Moorish consulates that pop up, and now that one of the originators of the first Moorish consulate is not even active. So they're pretty much having a conversation stating that none of these Moorish consulates are even legitimate to them, the creators of it, which is absolutely like ridiculous to begin with. How do you guys, Moorish sovereign citizens, create this Moorish consulate, and then they want us regular citizens of the United States to respect this consulate, but behind closed doors, you Moorish individuals don't even respect the very consulate that you create and try to come into the U.S. court system talking all this jurisdiction and go see my consul general. Like, you guys don't even respect your very own creation. So that just shows that this whole Moorish movement is in shambles.
I wouldn't join this for nothing.
Did you see my interview with Lamont L. last week?
I didn't hear you. What you said?
Did you see my interview with Lamont L. last week?
No, I was busy, man. Look, all week it's been phone call after phone call after phone call. People locked up, collect calls. Man, you don't know, Dr. G. I know what you do know, but I'm saying, I know what it's like to be locked up for nothing for 10 years and waiting to get home. Every day I yearn for my people, my children, and I had indigestion every day, Dr. G. The day I got out, the indigestion left. I said, oh, wow, the indigestion is gone. I was so happy to be free up out of there. I don't know what to do, Dr. G. So I fight every day. I know so many innocent people that's going to die in jail. You should see the things I've seen locked up in the law library. And man, it's all by design. Even if you're innocent, they're going to still frame you because they need to fill up these beds with the contracts that they have. I know you know all this stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna send you this link to your email in a few seconds, okay? And I want this phone recording for Fatima, me, and Sharon, okay?
Okay.
And it's about 17 minutes. But please listen to my recordings. Go over my paperwork with Grand Sheik because it's for him. Because it's about us taking back the White House and we're putting our flag back up on the top. Will you help me raise the flag? For question number 1.
That's what you asking me?
Yes, ma'am. Are you going to help me put the flag back on top?
I'll do the best I can.
Will you, when we get there, will you draw at least one time to raise the flag?
When we get there, yeah, I will.
We're close. When you read my paperwork, we're close. It's like any time. All we need to do is set a place and time. It's got Joe Biden's name right there. It's got like the city of Federal Way. It's got as the plaintiff on the caption of the document. Defendants Pauline or Light. Then I got on the same defendant. I got United States of America, Morocco. Then third party defendants is Joe Biden, this lawyer that's down in Florida. It's like you can't have no hearing unless all parties are present. They got problems. I'm a specialist, Dr. G. I'm the real deal. Okay?
You told me.
Huh?
I said, you have told me that.
Yeah, but you're going to see. I'm going to get Sharon. Look, okay. I think about her every day. I could have been had out. You'll see. Islam, okay. I'll call you. I know you're eating, but I'm gonna text you.
I'm gonna get my stomach right. Eating crackers.
I know you're sick. Your stomach ain't right. I heard you. Anyway, I'll get busy, Dr. G, and I want to send this email to you real quick with this link with the soundtrack of the phone conversation. In a few seconds, and I'll text you and let you know when it's sent. Islam?
Okay. Okay, Islam. All right, Islam. Oh.
Islam. This is King Abdul Mumin.
Islam.
I sent you a text with the link to Virgo Triad hearing about the our hearing.
I heard it.
Okay, cool. Hope you contacted Light because she unfriended me and so on.
Wow. So a lot has transpired in this Moorish community. So this is another phone call that King Abdullah L is now having with Dr. G. And you heard what he just said. Light Tajiri Bey has unfriended him. All I can say is Light Tajiri Bey is an ungrateful because this man, King Abdullah, has risked his freedom by practicing law without a license, trying to get this woman out of prison. And now she is unfriending him. Why? Because she wants to tell the narrative that she got herself out? That's how big-headed Light Tajiri Bey is. She wants everyone to believe that she is the head honcho and that she can do it herself. This man literally tried to help her out. Now, granted, he didn't actually help her, but the fact that she is now unfriending him because she wants to run the narrative that she got herself out of jail, it just says a lot about her character, and it just generally speaking, it just says a lot about this fictitious Moorish movement and all of this government crap that they preach. This Moorish movement is a joke, and these people are delusional.
Brother Bill.
Islam, who's speaking?
I noticed that they didn't.
Grand Sheik.
Hey, Grand Sheik. Oh man, you know I need to speak with you, brother. We're at a heavy time of war. But continue.
Yeah, isn't it interesting how they admit that they have no jurisdiction, then they're trying to exercise jurisdiction?
Now, just in case you guys aren't aware, that voice that you're hearing is none other than Tajiri Bey. He is one of the co-founders of all of this complete madness and the very reason why so many of these people are going to prison.
100%, brother. You know,
like I told Dr. Naila, that whole conversation is to intimidate the public.
Exactly.
You know that you got to produce that bond and a quo warranto.
Man, I need you, man.
Yeah, we'll talk. As a matter of fact, when we come back, we'll talk.
By any means necessary. That's what they're doing. And
but Sister Light doesn't know anything about that. What happened?
Look, I tried to call her, tell her long time ago. She just X'd me. So I do what I do because I'm in my dominions. And this was all pre-planned because if you listen to the other hearings, I waxed the floor out with them. They had to be... Anyway, just it's chronological. And I sent you my notice of appearance where I had amended my notice of appearance to include that.
Yes, yeah.
Did you see it?
A Debaness.
I didn't understand that.
He said a Debaness.
A Debaness.
Okay. He's far away. I couldn't really hear it.
He said
a Debaness.
Okay, what's that?
A Debaness is court on paper. You appear.
Yeah, well, yeah, we are the court. But the thing is,
I'm just saying. We'll talk when we get back. I'll talk.
Overdue. We got to get our people in line. Islam, peace and love. Love you too, brother. More than you know. You did great work too. I just want you to know that I commend you at the highest part of my heart as I can give you, just like the efforts I have when you see me at war with these crooks. Peace and love, brother. Get busy.
Peace, good brother.
All right. Islam, doctor. Talk with you later.
Islam.
Call me when it's come. Islam, Empress, how is it going?
Thank you. I'm well, thank you.
That's great. I haven't heard from you.
It's been busy.
Really? Not you. You always on there. I only see you doing stuff on Friday. I don't see you during the week. I'm only kidding. How you been?
But just because you don't see me don't mean I'm not busy.
You know I'm playing with you. I got to get a little sarcasm in. I sent you a couple of texts on both phones to let you know about the hearing tomorrow with Empress Light at this federal municipal.
Oh, are you doing something with her case or something?
I never finished with the case.
Oh, because she said she was doing whatever she did. She said she got out on her own.
No, she didn't. They still they're still trying her, and I'm appearing for her.
Does she know it?
Look, I don't know how people are funny and phony. That's what I know about people. I'm a realist, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have no need to lie and cheat anybody, especially with the caliber of work I put in. Okay? So I know many people that's been locked up. I saw her video where she was saying she was in there holding court and she was doing this and doing that. But I've seen there's many people out there begging to get out. Real serious cases, and they ain't letting them out at all.
Right.
She had a $4,500 bail. Okay. And she had a warrant for her arrest in another county. Did you know that?
She did what now?
She had a warrant for her arrest in another county.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, if I got a recording that would show that how I talked to this attorney and negotiated for a release, I sent it to you. I know you've been busy, but you should take a listen to it.
Okay, so she had another warrant other than the one that she was arrested for?
Look, hey, girl. Dr. G, also, you sent me another young woman. She just was on the phone calling me. Her name was Abdullah Ali.
Did I send her to you?
Uh-huh. You referred me to quite
Must not been recently, though. She must have been somebody that just reached out that I talked to earlier.
Well,
I haven't talked to anybody.
I don't know. But I know she mentioned your name, and I've been assisting her. And the human trafficked her son, and they also have a husband. And so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that lady about a month or so ago.
Okay, yeah. And she reached out to me. I've been working with her and helping her to put together a clan over there in Philadelphia. She's really highly concerned about Empress Sharon. As you know, she pled to get out, and you know, we're all getting beat up by.
You said Sharon put a plea in to get out?
Yeah.
That's not what I was told, but it is.
Well, that's what this is what I'm hearing. I don't know what you were told. This is what I was.
Well, I mean, I've talked to Sister Fatima, who is where she stayed, but I didn't know that wasn't what she said, so I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, she's home. That's the best thing.
Oh yeah, I know. I've been trying to get her on my show, but I'm not sure if she's going to come on tomorrow or not because I haven't.
Right.
So no, I don't know.
But it's great to hear your voice, and I really want you to hear these recordings I have in court, and they're about Empress Light. And they're trying to get Empress Light. Then this fake judge tried to charge me with practicing law in the state of Washington. Oh man, I went in on him. Girl, kicked his face all up and down the street. You better hear you should hear my work. I'm a master in court, Dr. G.
So you see, King Abdullah just referenced the fact that he's being charged with practicing law, illegally practicing law, because he is not a licensed attorney. So the judge has filed charges against him for that, and I guess for the threats that he made against the judge. But it's mind-blowing that, for one, he's not taking these charges seriously because he's a fool. He thinks he's above the law, but all of these recordings that he has put together, he is openly speaking about him practicing law without a license. He's doing that with other people as well. So he's further incriminating himself. So it's just like, is this man really that oblivious to what he is doing? Does he not realize that his actions are further jeopardizing his freedom? This is mind-blowing to me that he's actually recording himself saying that he's practicing law without a license with other people. He is soliciting clients now, whether he's charging them or not, he didn't specify, but he's still trying to help these people. He's trying to be their lawyers without having a law degree, and that is illegal, and he's already facing charges for this. This man is one of the dumbest people in this Moorish movement. And the crazy thing is, he takes himself quite seriously. He keeps calling this Dr. G, trying to impress her and trying to convince her to listen to his calls, which he calls his work. Like, this is nuts. This is like bizarro world. And he did all of that for Light. He's tried to help her out. He was trying to be her lawyer. He was charged with practicing law, and she's not even appreciative of any of that. She has now disowned him because she wants to put the narrative out there that she got herself out of jail. This whole Moorish thing is just one big joke.
That's the best thing I could tell you. If you don't mind, I'll send you the links. I believe you know where my page is at. But I got like six videos, maybe 7 videos up. But the ones I want to send you is where it says King on 3/16/2021. Oh, it's bomb. Look, I shut everybody up. The lawyers, the judges, or the judge. And look, I can't explain it, but they got their heads handed to them. And I told them about getting the guillotine too. Oh, you got to hear this conversation. This is not like anything else you've ever heard. I know, because I'm the one that's...
Were you talking to them in person or on the phone?
We're on Zoom talking. It's a courtroom.
Okay. So you hear? Is this for this was for Light?
Yes. Mm-hmm. I got a couple of meetings for Light. You should see my work. I know you're busy, but while you're talking to me, this amount of time here, you could have been enthralled with what I'm talking about. You'd be like, oh, bam, boom, boom. What? He said that to the judge? Oh, look, it's exciting. Okay? I'm gonna shoot you the links real quick. And like I said, I sent you the text for the court hearing tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. And call me back if you don't. I know you're busy, but don't get too busy on me, Dr. G, because I was expecting you to help me out to get some of those warriors to assist me to get Sharon, and it's not over. We got to get out all of our people. I'm demanding all of our people to be returned to me in this court hearing, because this judge, or this fake judge, is pretending to be a Moor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So only nobles can live here, and only the nobles can rule. And we didn't make the treaty to lock people up. You have to hear how I break it down. I break it down to this judge. He's just fighting, trying to go back into. There's just too much to say to you, Dr. G. I believe I'll be doing you a disservice by telling you stuff, and it's like telling you something that won't make sense until you hear the context of the argument, because it's spontaneous. There's nothing where I had to go and say, well, I need to go and study this before I say this to this fake judge. It's just kick butt. Shut them down, chased them off that bench, made them shut everything down because he was being charged back for treason. He couldn't do nothing with me because he found out that he had to leave here. And then he was saying, you mean to tell me you think he says, you trying to say I need to deport myself after you saw that he couldn't live here and have a job here? I said, yeah, you need to deport yourself. And in fact, I'm kicking all of you out. I mean, you got to hear this. This boy is terrified. And then at the end of this hearing, somebody asked him, what did he want? He says he wants everything. And on top of that, see, this fake judge didn't even read my paperwork. He was already on an agenda to charge me with the crime. Like you know that private attorney general Anthony Troy Williams, who got locked up for being a private attorney general.
Who was that? And
recently, his name is Anthony Troy Williams. He's a private attorney general, private U.S. attorney general, and he doesn't know law, but he's doing his thing like he does because he's using the European statutes and codes.
You're talking about that brother that's a Moor that said he's He
was down in Florida where they locked him up, and now he's in the feds.
What's his name now?
Anthony Troy Williams.
Did he have a Moorish name too?
No.
Oh.
It's a private attorney general like me, except he doesn't know he's a Moor. And this whole argument is made by the human traffickers for the courts, the con men. That's who they are. So yeah, take a look at the links for me, please, Dr. G. At least this one court hearing. If you don't do nothing else in your life, hear this court hearing. I'm telling you, I'm gonna shoot it to you real quick, okay?
Okay.
Because I believe I can't do you any good until you hear about what I do. And let me see. One second. Okay.
So he's in the federal prison. Oh, can I hear that? Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Who's in federal prison? Oh, the brother you saying?
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in state. He had a state hearing, but he also had. I think they took him into federal too, so they're dealing with him there.
He got 20 years.
Are you looking?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's illegally locked up. And they're trying to implement that kind of tactic on me, which wouldn't work. Kick this judge's butt. He's trying to, look, this dude didn't even read my paperwork and then going to try to proceed as though he's a judge, and all judges have to read your paperwork before they have a hearing so they can know what's going on. This dude gets up on there, didn't even see the paperwork, and I say, well, I sent my paperwork in because the lawyer said it's a notice of appearance placed on. It's all on there. It's a lot on missing because the girl who did the recording, the live recording, she couldn't figure it out, but she finally got part of it. And this is where I go in on her. But I just paid for the recording at the Federal Way Municipal Court to be emailed to me. I sent you some stuff, but I know you're busy. I'm always thinking about you, Dr. G. Always. Believe that. You're a powerful woman, and I know a lot of people see you and they call you. I'm just like them. I see you and I say, well, how can I utilize Dr. G's power? You know, not in a way that I'm conning or trying to be part of whatever. You know what I'm saying? How can I get with Dr. G to go forward to take our legacy back and give it back to our future? Because that's what it's all about for us, is what we got to leave for our future. Because what they've done to us is destroyed us so tough that we don't even know that the judges or this system is illegitimate. Anyway, I break it down.
All right, I'll look at what you.
Please do, and you know I love you too. First off, I want to tell you that because the work we put in is like nobody can do what we do. It's like your vision, my vision, Taj's vision, everybody else's vision is separate, but the ancestors left us the map. My job is to put the map back together. There's the Iroquois Constitution and stuff like that. So if you look at the Iroquois Constitution, it shows you everything we have to put in place. We got lords, we got fire keepers, we got the mothers, the women own all the soil and the land. It's all right there. And that's the only way we can talk. But when you hear what I'm talking about, I'm showing this judge, hey, look, you cannot use statutes and codes. You can, pursuant to Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution. I break it down. It's right there in your face, Dr. G. You're going to be like, oh, shit. And I know you heard this stuff before, but are you going to see it live? Because this boy threatened me, talking stuff. Anyway, Islam, peace and love. I'm glad to hear your voice. And always, when you think about me, I know you're busy, call me. I don't want to just call you. I know I got my pay for this phone. I can just call you, but I want to call you for reasons. Okay? I don't call you just to say hi and let's go party or something like that. It's not about that. It's about believing in people. Huh?
I understand.
Yeah, and like Grand Sheik Taj, he's done such a hell of a job preparing the people. You know, and Sabir Bey, Ras Mariah Bey, all you guys, so amazing. And I'm just over here in the Northwest where people don't even know they Moors. It's 80% European, 8% brothers and sisters, and just think, you know how it is when you enlighten somebody and you tell them you're a Moor, they'd be like, what's that? Just imagine 8% of the people here all think they're black. And some know they're Moors, but they don't really know the real. I know the real Dr. G. I'm getting ready to take our empire back and put it back into the women's hands. That's what my job is. That's why I call you. I'm saying to you, Dr. G, I need you to establish your dominion for pursuing. We got to build everything back like the ancestors left it. And this is where I'm at. It's time for the women to take charge. Only the women can rule here, not the men. No European can live here. Only the women can rule. This is deep. That's what the Iroquois is talking about. They knew that the women, our ancestors were bad. That's all I could tell you, man. I'd be like, we could barely get 10 people together, and our ancestors ruled the world and got everything together. They broke us down so bad, Dr. G. That's why it's like you can see, like, you know, it's hard to get our people to come together as one. But I got the answers. You'll see I have the answers when you watch that video. Islam?
Islam. Okay.
Peace and love.
All right, peace and love.
Now, I must say, King Abdullah is one of the most delusional sovereign citizens, Moorish sovereign citizens there is. Now he must think very highly of this Dr. G, because he's calling her 3 and 4 times just to see if she watched his video and listened to him making a fool of himself in court. He is very proud of his performance when he tried to represent Light Tajiri Bey in court. This very same court hearings that now he is facing charges for, where he threatened the judge. And I must say, Light Tajiri Bey, she is a piece of crap. This man done risk his freedom to help you get out of prison, and you are so ungrateful about that. You have now unfriended him when all he tried to do is help you. This proves that this Moorish movement is an absolute joke. There's no order. There's nothing but chaos. And just the mere fact that everything that they say is just a bunch of crap just sums it all up. It's just, this thing is just full of delusional individuals trying to escape reality. But Light Tajiri Bey, she's a different type of piece of crap. This man, out of the kindness of his heart, tried his best to help you. He's now facing charges behind trying to help you. And you turn your back on him and defriend him, all because you want to put out the narrative that you helped get yourself out of prison. Wow. She is quite a piece of work.